My name is Ashley Tan and my pronouns are she, her.
My name's Alice and I use she, her pronouns.
And how are you in general?
I'm doing great right now, but take it day by day.
I don't know, like how good can you be? But not too bad, I guess.
Do you like school, like as a whole?
Love of learning is probably one of my deepest character traits, and I love school. I really love science and stuff. I love literature and studying plays and things. So I haven't always loved school, but getting into the harder end of school in year 12, I've really grown to love it.
Your best subject is?
The subject which doesn't really want to make me scream is further maths.
I would say probably biology. So I do sort of first year uni level biology, chemistry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I do a different program to the normal Victorian VC. I do a thing called IB. And so I do higher level biology, chemistry and English. So they will probably be my best.
It might be the same answer, but what subject makes you happy?
Best subject and happy are two very different things. None. I don't really enjoy any of my subjects, which is a bit sad, but
This year I've had just one of the most amazing literature teachers. She's 80 and amazing, and I have a really great class and we have amazing class banter.
Yeah, wonderful.
And I love the text. So that will probably make me the happiest in class.
Do you have friends at school?
I hope I do. I have friends. I have pretty good friends.
Yeah.
And do you think that your friends assist or your enjoyment whilst learning?
I think that always when you are in an environment of people, surrounded by people that love learning and that is engaged in the things you're learning as you are, it makes it so much more interesting. And, I leave classes often with my friends and we're all talking about how interesting that thing we just learned in chemistry was, or we just learned in maths.
I guess the only good thing about school right now is friends. So, yep.
How has your school, without naming the school, handled remote learning?
It's been alright. I think this school has been okay at the best.
Very hard, and there's a lot of different aspects to it, but I think we have been particularly well set up in the sort of technology side. We use Microsoft Teams and it's really worked. And, sitting tests and things has been quite easy. But there's also a different side of it that's obviously the more well-being side of, caring for students. And I think that there have been times where the school hasn't done enough there. We've had terrible communication, and I'm sort of one of the school leaders. I'm the vice captain. And I've been really trying to push for our school to have much better communication, because there's just so much that people are just in the dark about. Decision making, things little things like your school valedictory, your school formal, but it makes such a difference to your well-being knowing what's going on.
Do you feel supported by your school during this time?
School does offer resources and people to talk to if you are struggling. So I would personally not really use them, but I feel like they have been supporting people. I can't really speak for everyone though, but yeah.
My school has supported a lot of the sort of reaching out academically aspects. You're very free to always call your teachers. As an organisation, the school has not been as caring for each individual, and I think that it is difficult because my school has 300 students to a year level.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the sort of checking in stuff has sort of lacked a little, but people have, kept checking in with each student.
Do you think the checking in was better in the first or second wave?
It was so much better in the first. People just stopped. People just stopped.
I think everyone lost a bit of hope.
Oh, yeah.
We were all we'll get through it and then we can be like Sydney and party and do everything again, and we just haven't been able to. So everyone's a bit well, we're just all playing now.
And there was like a calendar that I was looking at that was like the months highlighted or the days highlighted. We've been in like hard lockdown, and it's like most of the year.
Yeah.
And we've been at home now more than we've been at school.
You know, quarantine has had its lows, you know. I guess it is quite lonely being shut within four walls, like every minute of your day. But I mean, yeah, not the best. It's been a bit sad.
Mentally, how has quarantine been for you?
Sort of had a bit of a delusion that like I'm an introvert. I don't need people to talk to me. But you know, you just sort of realize after spending 6 weeks with your family that that's just not true, and that you can't just read books all day, and you actually do need your friends. And so I found the second lockdown so much harder.
There's something you've done in quarantine that has relieved anxiety?
I mean, it's given me a lot of time to just like sleep. And I feel like, you know, you can't think about your problems when you're asleep. So
Unless you have dreams about them.
Work of friends, and I have quite, you know, tight-knit, close friend groups. And yeah, for me, just like calling your friends.
Who is making you happy and how?
I think it's just been my friends. I mean, my friends have been there for me and have been calling, you know, and I feel pretty supported. And I feel like they're just one of the main reasons I have been able to get through quarantine. Not that smoothly, but, you know, through it almost free.
I think that my family has done a great job. You know, a lot of us turned 18 in this period, and it's really sad that when you have always dreamt of having a big 18th birthday party, or that you'll be going to your school formals and things. My family's really tried to, you know, I have a twin brother as well who's also going through year 12, and really tried to make that easier for us.
I feel like in quarantine, there has been a lot of time for just self-reflection and I guess just thinking about myself, and I feel like I've experienced some real character growth, but you know, yeah, I think I've just kind of like figured out who I am a bit in quarantine. Just nice.
Something that you're proud of that you've accomplished during this time?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think just like getting through it and saying that you've done it is a great thing.
Absolutely. And what's something that you regret or you haven't done well during this time?
I didn't have the healthiest habits of, you know, like eating at regular intervals, you know, waking up at the right times, going to bed too late.
I don't think I've been really like open with people with like how I'm feeling. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I haven't really told people that like, yeah, I'm having a pretty bad time and I'm struggling a bit, like especially to my family, which is like pretty important. It's a bit depressing.
We go back soon, so
yeah, I need to go back, man. I never thought I'd say this, but you know, school's kind of looking forward to it, just like a little bit.